Hello and welcome back to Techtonica. In our last episode, we built advanced circuits and started providing those to the factory, both to come out here to the elevator, as well as hand feeding them into the production terminal. To do that, we sent them out via the rail, along with the blue cores rather, and some biofuel. And so we've gotten to this point, and at the end of the last episode, I said that I was going to wait to hook all this up and get it started until after the until this episode, and then I thought about it, and we've done this before. We've set up a smelting array, we've set up miners, we've set up assemblers making things, and so I figured in these things specifically in this exact manner, so I figured we didn't need to do that again on camera. So I went ahead and did it off camera and let the game run a little bit, so we're nearly to the point where we can where we have provided all 2,500 of the frames and of both kinds of frames to the elevator. But I wanted to show you what I've done. I did 6 miners, irons over around the corner there, 8 smelters, and 5 assemblers. I didn't need nearly that much of anything. After I checked the math, I really only needed 3 assemblers, 7 smelters, and 4 miners for both kinds. And but these miners now are faster than one fast inserter can handle. So if you're going to use the spec amount, you either need to use 2 fast inserters with 4 miners, or you need to use a stack inserter with 4 miners, with each of 4 miners. So that's whichever way you want to do it, that will handle it for you. And these are Mark 1 miners, by the way. Mark 2s are even faster. So that explains this. I was also doing some experimentation with belt speeds and performance and things while I was waiting for those nearly 2,500 frames to get made. And it turns out here that well, first of all, I had this as a Mark 1 all the way down, which was wrong. It needed to be Mark 2 because we're pushing 240 plus ore down this. So I had just started the Mark 2 belt here where the junction is, and it still seemed like there were some spaces on the belt here. So I ended up pulling it back by 1 more on either side so that the item got sped up a little bit going into the junction, and that seemed to tighten up the spacing just a little bit more. And you can see here that they pause for a brief moment as they go into the thing because there's not enough, I don't know, room in there or something like that. Oops, I just picked up some copper ore. That was bad. Well, not bad, but you know, now there's a gap on the belt. So that's the copper, and by the way, I've been continuing to expand the cores here. We're on our 4th core composer, and I've sandwiched these together tightly, which is not what we did in the main base. But I figured, you know what? Who cares? Who cares if they're kind of merged together? They work out fine either way. In the end, we're putting up cores, and we're packing them in with no space here. Even though the tops of the trees are spaced. Or are not spaced at all. They're overlapped. So I was also doing some experimentation here with belt speeds and performance and things. And what I noticed is that even though there's a gap every 6 pieces of copper here, this one can sometimes fill in the gaps, but it fills in any gap it sees, whereas this one never sees a gap that it can fit. See, that one just fit in there, just barely. What I did, and it was doing the same thing on the iron side. So what I did was I split the iron belt and had 4 smelters going into each, so that way there was plenty of room on the belt to output whatever you had. And by the way, we don't need the 8th smelters here at all. They're actually totally redundant, whereas the 7th one is running sometimes. But I did 8 because I did 8. But so then they're merging here on a merger, which then fills in those spaces a little bit better and makes it be a compact belt. So we need to do the same thing here with the copper, and we'll just do that right here. I just saved it so that I could show you all what I had done, what the difference was before I did them both. Because I think the visual of being able to see the difference in the performance of the belt, the behavior of the belt is worth it. So now they're both running at fully dense speeds here. Down here where the iron is being mined, they are in a line as opposed to upstairs where they're two separate lines merging together. So I just did Mark II belts all the way back. I probably could have started with the Mark IIs, say here, Mark Is before that, and it would have worked out fine. But this works out fine as well. And these also are full because this inserter can't keep up. So to make it better, I should have done 4 with stack inserters or double outputs rather than 6 with a single output, and it would have been pretty much perfect. So, and it could be also that we're not quite on a full belt. There's small gaps potentially because we're not outputting quite enough. But it's good enough for this particular work. So yeah. And these are backing up a little because of, well, I'm not sure why. It might have just been a fuller belt, or because it had sat here for a little while. So we're using 3, and every once in a while the 4th one gets used, but it's actually not necessary. 3 of these can make 66 per minute together. We may be making just slightly more than 66, maybe 70 or so, which is why the 4th machine's getting used every so often, but the 5th machine is never getting used. And so then here, iron frames have stopped. They're full, and we can actually stop the copper frames as well. And as you saw there, they're actually ready to be ready to go. They're basically ready to go. So I'm going to let these frames go because I don't know what the elevator is going to take as far as anything else after this. In worst case, we just pick up all these frames and use them for something else, and it's fine. So let's go ahead and repair the elevator. Oh, maximum upgrade level. Well, then never mind.
Overtime scaling.
Overtime scaling.
Review journal for expansion guidelines to ensure capacity for extreme production terminal upgrades. Standardized sector production quota fulfilled. Freight elevator restrictions lifted.
Excellent work, both of you. We should rest for a while before we depart. I know this reconstruction has been long and difficult.
You sound tired, sir. Are you all right?
These limitations in our memories are irritating. I know that much of what I am able to remember was highly classified, but I can no longer recall the intention behind it.
The door's open, by the way.
Someone was desperate, abusing their power. Something is not as it was.
Sir, if you're not telling me something that could help us rescue the crew or get out of here...
I understand my duties precisely, Sergeant. Choose your next words very carefully.
You don't have to keep secrets from me, sir. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I guess that's it. I was also doing some decorating. I put some lights around. Stuff. Oh, the elevator is an elevator. And it says it's online. Before we step in there and see what happens, let's go over here. And we're, of course, in a protected area again.
I can see a few things in this office, but the real prizes are in that warehouse. It might be a while before we can get in there.
Scan. Suit safety laptop. An XCall rapid something. Something. Okay, here's a computer to scan. Caravan. Is that a person? No. NCM. Okay. I guess it's still a person. Specialist in linguistics. Okay. And then back here we have another warehouse. I'm guessing we can't scan through the window. Yep. Which needs 400 advanced circuits. I probably have those. And 45 cooling systems. I probably have those as well. Let's grab this stuff. Ooh, some tier 2 shredders. Let's go back to the base and get the stuff we need to open that warehouse up. I'll leave these frames here for right now. We can pick them up at some point. Yeah, copper's not nearly as far backed up because I cut it off sooner. To its production goal, that is. Now we just need teleporters to get ourselves back to the base camp a little bit faster. That would be nice. I mean, I can do the rail runner, but it doesn't work very well with the way I have these rails run. So maybe next time or later time or something time. Oh, we have, by the way, we have a few cores available, nearly 800 now, so we can put those to use soon. But I want to do all those scans first. 445. See what we have here. This is a full box of 500. Yep. Okay. And then 45 cooling systems. Do I have those, or do I need to pick up more? Cooling systems. F39. Okay, let's pick up more. And I also want to see what we have fed into the into Victor as well. Cooling systems are... Nope, that's coolant. Cooling systems. Give me half, and I'll give you half back. Actually, it's kind of a good number there, because I'll have 100 left when it's done. What did you want next? Oh, I haven't even started this level yet. Yeah, that's right. You want 500 advanced circuits. We'll have 500 soon enough. You want a bunch of belts. We have those ready. We need to make mining charges as well. So we'll have to set up... Actually, I'll just use those frames from the other... I'll just hand feed them in once we pick them up. And then we can come back here and set up more if we want here. We only need 900, so it's not too bad. And then we can set up some mining charge construction as well at some point. But let's go open up the warehouse, and then we'll see what happens with the elevator when we get into it. As you can see, it wants me to get into it. There's a green up arrow and FW for the freight warehouse door. So we'll go do that. Yeah, I can't go up on top of the rail there. Unless I mole out some more. Yeah, it looks like there are some gaps still on the iron. So I may need to tweak that still. If we need a permanent base out here. I don't know if we will need a permanent base out here, but if we do, I want to tweak that iron ore input a little bit. Okay, down here we go. Let's open this door. Okay. And that should give us access to a bunch of stuff. Number one, mole subtract. That was mole... Wait. I think it said mole subtract down the bottom corner, but... What did I get? Terraforming. Which one did we just unlock? Might have been the 1212 flat. It was a 1212 flatten. Okay. Mole flatten 99. 99 rather. And then pack size 4. That wouldn't hurt. The computer here to scan for rapid construction doctrine. And a plant to scan for mist grass. There's a bunch of stuff upstairs too. That one we already scanned apparently somewhere else. We can scan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threshers to learn the Thresher Mark II, which we can go ahead and do now, I think. Might as well. And then we have a couple more threshers that we can get some stuff from. A few advanced circuits and voltage steppers and Mark I threshers from it. Ooh, what is that?
These are pieces of the Excalibur, right? That giant tunnel borer you drove us all down here in.
Yes. Every facility and piece of equipment you see anywhere on Calyx was once a part of the Excalibur.
It always seemed unnecessarily complicated to me. Why couldn't we just dig a giant hole and throw everything in it?
The Excalibur was designed to have structural pieces removed from it as we descended, enabling us to industrialize new sectors from the moment of the discovery. Your giant hole strategy would have lacked this sophistication.
Stack cap 4. Okay, then we need to get upstairs under the catwalk. I think that's everything down here. Some planters that we can scan to get some soil and electrical components and iron components we don't really need, but why the heck not? Why the heck not? Scan everything, right? And another chip. Stack cap 2. You kind of hit everything in here. We'll go down the center afterward, I guess. That one is not actually a fragment. Oh yeah, it is. It just didn't let me target it. I should have gone down the center first. That's okay, we can run back. We'd have to run back anyway, I guess. Alright, that's all the scanning up here. Of all those things. It's weird how those still shimmer even after we scanned it, though. I don't understand that part. And is there anything here in the... Yeah, there's a chip down there. Excuse me, thank you. Cables hanging up there. Rail Rush 3. And so now we should have everything unlocked. Whether we want to actually activate everything, we might as well activate Rail Rush. We can still keep feeding in circuits. Those both stay locked, but they're also in levels of Victor that we don't know yet. Tool belts I haven't bothered unlocking, but we could. We wanted to do the track reach just for fun. Stack cap for sure. We could do pack size as well, but that spends most of my points. We're still waiting on biodensity to actually use the fuel we have that we're able to make right now. And we could do some of these larger or different sized bits or whatever you want to call on the mole, but that's fine the way that it is, I think, for now. Let's see. You're all good on this tab, transportation, so far. Energy. We just need more cores, which we'll get dealt with. Let's see here. We can get back to core clustering, but again, I want the ones up here. So they're not that great to me. And then Omniseeker, we have one. Why do we need to make more? I don't understand why we need that as a technology to be able to make more. It seems like it would just be something that's unlocked with the obtaining of that first one. But I guess if the game ever became multiplayer, it could be a thing, but at the moment I don't understand it. We did this box. I think there were only the 2 boxes in here. If there were more, or maybe there were 3, whatever the number that I saw, that's how many I think there were. If there were more, then we'll have to deal with that. So let's get in the elevator and see what happens, because I have no idea. Actually, just for fun, let's save first. EFES Ascent, or FE5 maybe? Initiated. Stand by. Alright, I just got an achievement 2 in Steam for Twist of Freight.
It's good to see that the self-repair routines on the elevators have kept them as intact as the production terminals.
Colonel, just tell me. Do you think we're going to find anybody else?
Yes. If nothing else, I believe Pacific is alive. Flag officer restrictions could not be maintained on these elevators if their vital signs did not remain. However, the emergency code I used to initialize the elevator, the Phoenix Protocol, was an option of last resort. It was created to function only if less than 5% of the entire expeditionary force could be detected within Calyx.
5%?
Oof.
I do not know why. But there is no doubt now that very few of us remain.
So, they're gone. They're really gone. My entire crew.
And the quota is an even greater mystery. To expect such a small remainder of our forces to uphold so much production. It is as if Command had some expectations that this could happen. But why?
Warning. Mechanical integrity failing.
System! Halt elevator!
Breaker, search the panel for a manual brake lever.
Hold on. Should be. Override. Almost. Wait. Sparks.
Sparks? What?
Quickly! Find something to hold on to!
Sparks. I can save you. Integrity failure corrected. Alarm state deactivated. Returning to origin for analysis and self-repair.
Sergeant, was the system message? Speaking to you.
I don't know. I've never heard it talk like that. Or say my name. Or say anybody's name.
We are alive because of it.
No. No, there has to be an explanation. We have to take it apart. Breaker, I want you
Sergeant, we must put this aside. We are not safe here. When the elevator stops, we will exit. We will find the answer to this together. You are not alone.
Creepy. Okay. So, on one hand, that means the game is over. And I don't know if we can actually feed anything else in here or not. On one hand, that means the game is over. On the other hand...
Your report, Sergeant.
Oh,
For
maybe
now,
not.
it seems like we won't be going anywhere. The self-repair we were so enthusiastic about looks like it'll be starting over from scratch.
So long as it is making progress, I suggest we use the time to continue developing our manufacturing capacity here. It may be of benefit to us in further sectors.
Agreed.
Remain prepared. It will be time before you know it.
So, on one hand, the game is over because we have built... We have performed all of the story elements. On the other hand, we can always and continue to increase production to achieve these other levels. And I think we can definitely do at least the next level. I just don't really know what the advantage to continuing to unlock all of these tiers. I wonder what that one is way up there, all by itself. Without having more production terminals to go to, which is intended in the game later, or without having another story directive to go to. But I think we can at least come out here and work on that next tier of the Victor terminal, and continue the game at least in that manner for now. So let's go back to main base here. And we can go dump these frames we picked up, as well as whatever circuits we have made here into the terminal. We have 280 plus left, plus what we had in our pocket left, which is just over 500. We also need a bunch of belts, Mark II belts. It was like 900. I have presently 449, so maybe actually just take all of them, that's fine. We'll have a little over 500 left. I don't remember what else there was, and I don't know how many of the frames we have. We need a lot more frames, and we need the mining charges. So let's start with the frames. Set up down here. I think I'm just going to do 3 machines then, just so that we can do the basics. Oh, I didn't build any. I didn't bring any of those with me though. Let's just do 5 of these then. And there. Go over one more, just because of the edge over there is a little bit weird. We'll do 3 of these once we have them. Thank you. And then I want to space this out by 4 spaces. I'm going to do these belts too. Let's do iron here. Nope. Iron. F4. And then copper frames here. And there. Here. Here. here, 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 and here. And then these can go this way. Turn, turn here. You're going to go to this one. Oopsie. And then go up here and into there. And then this one. Oh no, I did iron in both. Crap. E. Hold E. Pick that up. That was dumb. There you go. And then this one. Copper. Turn. Up to here. And then we'll do F7. Oh, we can also do a stack inserter array too in the mall. That should do. We only need a few hundred more of each, so not going to worry too much about it. And then let's do a explosives array. Explosives needs plant matter frames, shiverthorn extract, and kindlevine extract. And so mining charges, that's what they are. Why don't we make, let's see, let's make 24 per minute. That's the speed of an assembler right now, I think, still. I don't think we took another synthesis of that. Assembler speed 3, mining speed 3, smelting speed 2, threshing speed 2, yeah. That's all we've got. So we can do this. 24, that's one assembler worth, 24 per minute. We could double that easily enough, I suppose. But, well, I don't know how much shiverthorn and kindlevine we have in surplus, and that's going to require 60 kindlevine per minute and 48 shiverthorn per minute. So let's just do one of those arrays, and we can always double it later. We're going to do it up there on the upper level. Let's go down to the belts and use them as a ramp, because I don't have any other way of getting up there. And we'll just extend this down a little bit further. It's at least a small array, because it's really only 3 machines. Or we could always do the Mark IIs. Also, it's one assembler making mining charges and 2 assemblers making plant matter frames. And the other stuff is fed in from the bus. So, if we did an assembler... Let's go with 3 of these. And I'm running low on iron. One of these and 2 of the others, they're going to be flipping 12 per minute each. So it's not that much. Let's do... do 1, 2, 3, and a box. And the box I'm going to put, I guess it doesn't really matter, here. Want some more floor pieces? That'll do for now. I need to make this a little bit wider. Let's go here. And we'll go out like that, maybe. Maybe a little more. Okay. You will be not targetable. That's so weird. Plant matter frames. Same. And then explosives. Mining charges. There we go. One of these can direct insert. And the other one can be a side insert like this. We also need to bring in the two essences here, and I think the way I want to do that is to do one belt coming in this way and stopping there. The other belt coming in this way and going around behind. That way I can have them all be direct inserted with red inserters, because we need to have... What was the number again? Oh, wait a minute. We need 48 and 60. These need to be stack inserters. We're probably not producing enough of this, just to tell y'all, because those are only flipping 12 each, so that's fine. But these are a little bit faster. Okay, and the bus can, wheels on the bus can come on down. Don't need any of you. Don't need any of you. This will go into the thresher, or the plant matter guys over here. Oops, Q. Here. And this is only 36 each, which should be okay for the fast inserters. But we are not producing any of that. Not anywhere near enough of that, I should say. One way to help, perhaps... Well, a couple ways to help. One would be to stop making... this here. Yeah, let's do that to start with. Let's stop making biomass here and let it all go past. I mean, they're going to grab it for a minute here, but let it all go past. Once they filled up the machines enough, they'll stop, like this one has, and it'll all go past, and that'll help a little bit because we don't need that much biomass yet, because we still have all of this, all of this. So we'll go by that. We may have to, expand these arrays at some point, or increase them, double them, something them. We do have the faster threshers now, and our threshers are faster than we had previously spec'd. So that's also a thing we can consider. You and you are the ones we need to go into this last array here. So here, this last part of the array. Nope. There. And you. You can go there, and you can go here. Okay, don't go down there. And that should do it. We need to have, I guess, one of these. I don't know what these stack to, but I think we should do 2 stacks. Because it's not like we can't use them. Although using hundreds of them may be a little bit... oops. I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Maybe a little excessive or a little bit extreme, but I'm going to do it anyway. Do this anyway. Did it again. Jeez, I did 3 times. Take one of you out. Take one of you out. Take one of you out. Please. Please, sort. There we go. I wonder if the calculator site shows stack size 500. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to have that. If these sit here, why are you not? Oh, it's because of the fiber. Yeah, we're just not getting enough fiber. How much fiber is this? 72. Yeah, we're using too much of it elsewhere. Where else are we using it in a large amount? Oh, I also did a fast belt here. Large amounts. Not there. Here. Oh, yeah, of course. Blue cores. Blue cores. And that's really the only place we're using it, is blue cores. And now that, consistently. Frames. How close are we? Over 700. Okay. I managed to remove that corner one. Oh, I did that on accident way a long time ago. Right. So I think it might be worthwhile to expand specifically these guys, because they're the ones... The issue is this, though. The issue is that we can't actually thresh it fast enough. So we might need to actually add threshers. That's the thing we could do. We could add threshers. Yeah, let's take this out. F from here all the way to here. Let's add threshers, and by adding threshers, that means that less of this is going to get used in these threshing machines, as long as I split the belt, which I'm going to have to do. Let's take this all out here. I'm going to have to split this belt so that some of it goes past these two into, say, 2 more. Let's go to option 0, F0, I mean, F10. And how did I do this? Space of 1. Why did I put the space there? That's why I put the space there. Okay, space of 1. And then, well, space of 3, I guess, technically. And that goes here, which means that these need to be interrupted for a little while so that we can do some work here, and then we'll just go over top of whatever work we finish up with. Here. Okay, you get to be a slow belt to here, with inserters here and here. You still need to handle this output, which we have plenty of room for. Actually, I think we can get all of this still on one set of belts. So we'll do... we'll still do the fast belts here just because reasons. This one goes this way, comes up here, makes a turn, turns again, and can I just plug it in like that? Yes, I can. Excellent. Same thing here. Well, we need to do this part first, I think. Come out this way. You can just go straight into that belt, and then your friend here can go this way, and this way. Turn, please. Go that way. Excellent. And you can do the same kind of thing here. Your friend can go this way, and then, come on, friend, there. And then you can go back this way. While you can do this, come up, turn, and plug into there. And then we need F5, filter inserters, out. Out. I didn't do that one. Oopsie. Or wait, yes I did. That's not good. Can that not go like that? No, it cannot. That means that you need to not connect to this point. Nope. That's fine. We can fix that too. One of you... Nope, not you. Oh, that one can be deleted then too. Here? Or is that still going to be a problem? That's not a problem anymore. Good. Okay. This one. That's better. Okay. Let's see. You are going to be... Can't target it. Plant matter fiber. Fiber. And then this is Kindlevine. Excuse me. So these are not going to operate at maximum efficiency. Instead, they'll be at like just over half. But we're going to be getting the full amount we expected out of this from this. So we need to split this belt. I can't split it here. I think what I'll end up doing is splitting it back here. And then turn and go up, and then turn and go this way. Just like that. And that'll mean less will go into these two, which is fine. And that means more will go into these two. Now, assuming I haven't goofed it up, it should be good to put this back in place. You can have the cores that I picked up. There we go. And it may end up being a little bit imbalanced in that this one is going to get more than this one. But that's okay. And then the same thing here, actually. This one's going to get more than that one because this one will take its fill and then that one will get what's left. But whenever this machine backs up, this one will just start getting more, and then they'll be balanced out and equal-ish. Oh no! Crap. All that crap just went all the way into here. Means it's going to sit on the end of the belt. I'll have to filter it out like this. Is that the end of it? I think so. On that side. This side's obviously still stuck. Still a few more here. I'll go put those twigs in one of those other machines. It's good enough. Good enough. Alright. Twigs can go into this last machine here, since... yeah. And we should be able to add more of these now, too. Like, this thresher... I mean, it's working fine. We may actually, though, need more output of this. I may need to do another... let's do another filter inserter here, F5. Is this going to be a problem? Don't connect it just in case. No, okay, good. That can go there, and then this can be twigs as well. And the other thing left that we could do about this would be to split it 4 times. This split goes here, but before it gets to this point, it splits again to go to there to make these machines run more evenly. But I think what'll happen is this one will just empty itself out. Although now we're not using enough Kindle Vine. Although we should be, if the math is right on this. Well, the math might not be right on this anymore, though, because this one is, these have been upgraded in their speed. Although we are just eating through backlog too, so maybe it'll be fine in the end. Maybe it'll be fine in the end. And that's backed up now anyway. We might want to upgrade this belt coming up, but we only need 72. So that should be plenty fast enough. Is that spacing because of the way that it just was up until that point? Was there something weird going on with the spacing? Oh, we're still using it here, too. We are still using more than that. How much were we using for this? How many of those were we making? Something? 60? 30? 30 per minute, I think? Let's see. Advanced... oopsie. Advanced circuit... 1, 2, 3... How many of those were we making? I forget now. And it probably was the slower assembler speed that I did the math on that on. So I think we were previously making 30, but we're making more than that now because of the assembler processing speed's been picked up. So we're probably consuming, or we're consuming 3, so... we're making almost 50, just shy of 50, 49 and a half, which means we're using now 222 plant fiber per minute for this one. Yeah, we should have done Mark II belt coming up here. Yeah. Oopsie. Turn. Actually, I could do this one in the same style. I didn't the first time, but it can actually be done like this. And just be turned in from here. Right? No, it actually can't. It actually can't. Okay, well then never mind then. Who asked you anyway, Wally? Oh, I gotta do that all again then. Yeah, we gotta do this over. From the top. Literally in this case, from the top. To come down as far as you can get, and then turn, 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 go. That'll do. I'm not using that much down here anymore anyway. And so technically this should be a Mark II belt as well, but I think I'm fine with throttling the production of these based on the speed of the Mark I belt. That way we can get more in down here. I want to do, though, this and this while we wait for those. Here they are, so it's not like it's that long of a trip, but nevertheless. This will back up again, and then that'll start backing up and we'll get a half. We should get a full, nearly a full belt, I guess, not quite a full belt, because some is getting used downstairs. Not a whole lot, but some. So I think we're safe now to hook this up again. Now we have a nice backlog of them. There, please. And that means that we will be exporting quite a lot of that. We'll have to check and take a look and see if we're getting too much fuel in the other end. Earlier we had not, but I did upgrade this from a yellow to a red, so that might make a difference as well. So then the other thing we might have to do is to expand this to produce more of these things, but eventually this is going to get overwhelmed. I don't know when that would happen, but we'd have to do the math on it as far as when this will get overwhelmed. One thresher should be able to handle 60 Kindlevine stems. One Mark I thresher should be able to handle 60 Kindlevine stems, 15 Kindlevine seeds, which is 8 planters, and we only have 6 here. That might be just the upgrade we need to do, is just add 2 more planters here. But I think we can wait on that until after we see if this is enough or not. How many explosives did we end up making? And oh, by the way, how many circuits do you have in here now? Not a whole lot. Actually, I spent almost all of mine. A couple hundred in there. How much explosives do you have? 227. So, I think, and look, we're also having Shiverthorn issues, so we may need to expand Shiverthorn as well, which we can do the same idea of by doing more threshing. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at, oh, ouch. Look at that. Let's do 3 of these, too. I'll have, or at least 2 of these. I'll have to tweak this one as well, maybe, with the other design that we did for the Kindlevine. You go here, yeah. Do this one here, yeah. And I'll leave it just as 2 for right now. See if that helps any. Should. Actually, let's just take some of these again, and we'll see if it buffers well or not. We'll just dump them into this machine over here. There we go. That's good enough. So there are some tweaks we can do left to do, I should say. Definitely could expand production as needed. And we'll have to see if this ends up being enough output for those, or if we need to do something similar to that with having the split outputs with a lot of outserters and processing it that way. But we can do that in the next episode. So given that because we've finished what the story exists, I'd like to know your feedback on how many more levels of Victor you want to see me do. It could get very repetitive, so I don't know how many you actually want to see, but let me know in the comments or in the chat for the premiere for this. as well as you can come to my Discord. There's a link in the description below and talk to me about it there. But I think, you know, we've kind of stabilized most things here. There's obviously a lot more blue core stuff we can unlock still, but that's just repeating. I don't know that there's any secrets or surprises or anything like that left. If there are, don't tell me what they are, but tell me that there are. And we can definitely do more. I just don't want to do more of kind of nothing or the same thing without any progress being made. That's kind of uncomfortable for me to do. I guess is the word to use. I don't know if that's the right word to use or not. Oh, I forgot about all this. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, and we can deal with that as your interest you know, fits. So thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.